Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to the start of a new The Battle for Wesnoth campaign. This time around, we're going to be playing the campaign Dead Water. You are Kai Krellis, son and heir of the last Merman king, but only a child. A necromancer is turning your subjects into undead slaves. Lead your people on a mission to convince a powerful mer sorceress to help you repel the invasion. The oceans near the northern lands are perilous, so you will need cunning and bravery to survive. But first, you need to gain the respect of your troops. This is an intermediate level campaign with 10 scenarios. Now, before we jump in, I did just want to mention that previously on the channel, we've played through all of the campaigns above Dead Water in the list here. So everything from A Tale of Two Brothers all the way to most recently completing Eastern Invasion. If you're interested in viewing any of those other playthroughs, you can check out the playlist tab on my channel and you should be able to find them there. Now, we are going to be playing on the hardest difficulty setting possible, that being Triton, and it is considered a difficult difficulty setting. And just a quick mention that I really appreciate everybody who gave feedback on the post that I made asking what difficulty you like seeing me play through these campaigns on. I've so far always tried to play on the hardest difficulty setting, and it does seem like that is the majority preferred stance, is to play on the hardest difficulty, and we just try our best and do the absolute best we can. So really appreciate all that feedback and the support. It's really much appreciated. So as mentioned, we're going to play on the hardest difficulty setting. We're going to have default RNG and no modifications. So let's jump in. In the far north, where the foothills of the Heart Mountains approach the coast, lies a bay with a narrow mouth. In the calm waters of this bay lies the merfolk city of Jotha. The natural harbor and the prosperity of the dwellers within drew many envious eyes, but none could match the prowess of the merfolk in their aquatic domain. In most years, orcs from the port city of Tiragaz, further north, would raid against Jotha as predictably as the spring rains. Always they were driven back to dry land with heavy losses, the salt water of the bay stinging their wounds. In 626, year of Wesnoth, Jotha was attacked by a larger raiding party than ever before. The king, Kai Krellis, led his troops to repel the raiders. They were successful, but merfolk casualties were greater than usual, and numbered with the slain was the wife of Kai Krellis. The Kai's grief was great, but his wrath was also fearsome to behold. He readied his army to follow the orcs. His stated purpose was not revenge, but the desire to secure the safety of Jotha with a demonstration of force that would teach the orcs to steer well clear of the merfolk. The merfolk army caught up with the orc band as it reached Tiragaz. Under the cover of darkness, the merfolk slid into the bay, intending to launch a surprise attack at dawn, but the orcs were prepared for this and had hastily devised a surprise of their own. Ships at the mouth of the bay that had seemed but derelict hulks disgorged hordes of orcs. More of them poured forth from the city. The merfolk were trapped and found themselves vastly outnumbered. Kai Krellis' army fought fiercely, slaying 5 orcs for every warrior they lost. The Kai himself fought with reckless abandon. Foes fell with each swing of his great mace. The orcs discovered that trapped merfolk were tougher than they had imagined, and found themselves fleeing into the forest to escape their vengeful spears. As the Kai had intended, it was a defeat the orcs would not soon forget, but the cost was heavy. Kai Krellis was felled by a poisoned orcish dart, and the greater part of his army was destroyed. When the remaining soldiers returned to Jotha, Krellis, the young son of Kai Krellis, learned that he had become Kai. Kai Krellis felt too young for the responsibilities of a kingdom, so he relied on the wisdom of a priestess named Silana. She had been a friend of his father, and he had known her as long as he could remember. Silana mourned the former Kai, but believed that his sacrifice would allow Krellis to preside over an age of peace. Unfortunately, that was not to be. A new enemy appeared from under the mountains. Invasion. Is something wrong, priestess? Maybe. I smell death and decay. Back, you fiend. You have not won. I will return to finish this. Aye, we are under attack. Fell creatures invaded our village and slew without mercy. I managed to fight my way clear and have come to seek your aid. What manner of creatures were they? I have never seen their like before in all my years. They were like men, but they had no skin. Our spears went right through them. They laughed at our weapons, and they smelled like nothing in the sea, of dank earth and rottenness. Undead, this will be your first real test as a leader, Kai Krellis. You must defeat these creatures. Kai, please lead us against them yourself. It will hearten the folk. And, if you will permit, you now reach the age where a Kai must learn battle skills. Guabo speaks wisely. You must fight. I will protect you as much as I can, but when war looms, a Kai must lead. It is our way. You have few trained fighters, so you can only recruit 3 of each level 1 unit. There is no limit on citizens. Alright, well, here we are. Scenario 1, Invasion. Our victory condition, defeat the enemy leader. Our defeat conditions, the death of Kai Krellis, the death of Silana, or if our turns run out and it looks like we have 26 turns to get this done. We're going to have standard gold carryover in effect, meaning we have an early finish bonus, and 40% of gold will carry forward to the next scenario. So this is going to be a really interesting campaign because we're playing primarily as merfolk, it would appear. So not a surprise given the name and the introduction, paragraph on the main page, but typically we've only ever had merfolk kind of as additional support units or, extra units in a mainly human force. So this is going to be interesting where our main army is comprised of them. I'm just panning around to kind of see what we've got going on. So we've got lots of villages out here, so we're going to want to distribute our troops and probably try to grab as many of these as we can. Fortunately, obviously, there's a lot of water here, which is really good for us. Just panning around. So there's lots of unoccupied villages. We've got a dark sorcerer who we've got to fight. That's going to be tough to deal with. Again, looks like just some undead skeleton so far. We'll see what ends up getting recruited. And then there's a base over here with an encampment keep. And nothing currently there, and it's kind of flooded, so that actually might be a area for us to go. Looks like Kai Krellis is a child king, and he's level 0, so obviously not very powerful. Presumably, as we level him up, maybe he'll kind of age and, grow into the full Kai. So we'll definitely want to try to get him some experience, I would think. We've got our priestess, which is phenomenal. We start off with a level 2 mermaid priestess who has cure and healing. That's going to be massively important. Obviously, loyal and resilient. That's a good combination there. So, and then we've got a netcaster also really, really good for us there. Loyal and fearless, which means he fights normally during unfavorable times. That's really going to be good. And even having that ability to slow, going to be massive. And again, fighting the undead, I'm thinking we're going to really want lots of impact-based damage rather than going for pierce. Because normally I think our main fighters are those Tritons or whatever they're called, or the warriors, I guess. And they have like a piercing-based, they use their trident to attack. Obviously, that's not going to be as useful given that we're fighting presumably mostly undead. So I think what we're going to want to do, is try to probably level up some more priestesses They have obviously the magic and an impact-based attack. And then I'm thinking we might want to turn these citizens, if we can level a few up, I think we can turn them into something called, I believe it's a brawler, where it's they use their fists and they do impact-based damage. So presumably that's going to be something we want to do as well. But anyway, let's jump in here and see what we can do. So what I'm thinking is we want to start capturing villages, and then we want to start massing a force to come down. I'm thinking what we probably want to do is just get as many villages as we can and try to kind of overwhelm with numbers. I think that's going to be a good move, just because there's so many villages that I'm assuming we're going to have a good chance to get them all. I suspect, though, that the undead here may recruit bats or ghosts. Either way, that's going to be able to then steal those villages quickly. So let's see if we can kind of make this happen. So we're going to just cruise over here. We can go grab this one right away. Again, the objective here is just to get as many villages as we can, as quickly as we kind of feasibly can as well. We'll head down here and go for this one. So that takes care of that. Now for Guabo, I'm thinking what we want to do is probably just get him onto a village and start healing. We've got our priestess. Let's see what we can... Obviously, we won't be able to recall anything because we have no previous scenario. So we can get the initiate. This is what will evolve into the priestess. Has a water spray attack that does impact, but is considered magical. So it has that 70% chance to hit, which is really good. The citizen, again, very powerful. Not very powerful given its level 0. But again, there, it can turn into a brawler. Could also become a fighter or a hunter, but the brawler is going to be probably what we want. The fighter obviously has a decent amount of health, so that's good. The hunter, if we can level one up, we could turn it into the netcaster, just like our loyal unit. Those are going to be useful because obviously they have impact-based damage and that capacity to slow. So we'll probably want a few of these, but I'm thinking we might just want to spam a whole bunch of citizens, really. Knowing we're going to lose some, I mean, that's inevitable. But definitely, we want to grab at least a couple initiates. So I think we'll maybe grab like 1 or 2 of them. Let's take 2 initiates. We'll grab a fighter and a hunter just to have them. And then I think after that, we're going to just do a whole bunch of citizens, really. And just try to kind of flood with numbers. And then I think what we want to do is try to get Kai Krellis some like kind of cleanup kills, right? It's not going to be very easy to really get him any, big, like, dangerous fight kind of kills, but we could probably get him some kind of cleanup ones. I think that's going to be sort of the objective. So, just looking, where do we probably want to go kind of down this way? So let's head over here. We'll have to be careful with our priestess, but we can certainly start moving her out. And you know what? We can even put Guabo with the priestess. And then here, let's recruit another citizen. Nice thing with the citizens, too, is they don't have any upkeep cost, I believe, because they're level 0. So that's all well and good. And then we're going to end it there. Rise, my slaves. We will create an army for Lord Ravenel. Oh, man. We just got finished dealing with Mal Ravenel in Eastern Invasion. He is raising our dead to fight against us. Even though they were your own citizens, Krellis, show no mercy. Destroy them if you can. Ooh. Okay, here we go. This is what I was afraid of. He's going to use bats. So the bats are going to be able to bypass. We'll have to be careful. We don't want our netcaster getting killed by the bats. But they're going to be able to bypass our units easily, get out and capture villages. We've got these soulless, previously merfolk units here. They're going to be nasty. They hit pretty hard, actually. And then we've got archers. Yeah, just some skeletons here. And, of course, they have submerge, which means that they can hide in deep water. So, all right. Let's see what we can do here. So, we'll grab this village. We'll start maybe down. Do we want to maybe go down this way? I think this one can grab that one next turn. So, we'll go here. The Oasis, I believe, can heal us, too. I think that's how that works. So we'll go here, and we'll go like this. Meanwhile, this one here can start heading probably over to this village up there. Okay, so yeah, we'll just capture as many villages as we can over that direction. And then over here, we can probably just go and grab this village, knowing we might get attacked, of course. And so maybe what we want to do is, like, again, I'm wondering if maybe it would be worth getting over here. We could send Kai down, like I said, and then if we can get him over there, we could then, recruit units and kind of just get over there easily, I suppose. We're pretty close as it is, though, so I think we're probably fine, but we just have to decide how we want to handle this. So I'm thinking what we want to do is probably get our citizens going. Just kind of move them up. Got our fighter, we've got our hunter, we've got our priestess, or our initiates, I should say. And we'll just recruit more citizens, really. I see no reason to go too crazy with anything else at this point. I think we just spam them, knowing we're going to lose a bunch, and when we lose them, some of them may become, when they die, they might become walking corpses, which would be obviously not ideal, but it's just what we're going to have to deal with. So we can only get 3 of each of these level 1s, so maybe we'll grab one more fighter, maybe another hunter. Let's grab another hunter. Okay. I think that's going to about do it for this turn, at least for recruiting anyway. I'm just looking around. I think we'll probably want to just go out and start fighting, really. So let's get our priestess down there, just being mindful that we really don't want her getting into any real trouble yet. Where can the bats go? Furthest bat can go like here. So I think we'll be okay if we park kind of right there, and then we put Guabo there. That should be just fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I mean, this definitely, it's going to be tough because we don't want to, like, burn through all our gold, but, we can try to either, maybe we can try to finish this one quick, or alternatively, we just farm a whole bunch of experience, whatever we need to do. Oh, wow. So when they capture villages, he is raising the dead from every village. This will be a dark day, but we will prevail. Okay, so we need to stop him capturing the villages. Every village he captures, it creates more soulless, which is not good. This is actually going to be really hard, because it's going to be tough because our units are going to, as we fight, we're going to just feed him more units, right? Because as they die, they're going to turn into the walking corpses. Yeah, like they're going to turn into zombies basically each time. So that's going to be really frustrating to deal with, but we'll just do the best we can. We'll leave this unit up there maybe to do that. This one can start heading down here. And maybe this one can go in here. Ooh, actually, let's try and get down to that village here. This one can go down to this one next turn. So I don't really know how to handle this fight in terms of like where I should go next. I guess we'll go like this, and then got another village over there. So this one's going to go here, and then we'll go there, I think. So the question becomes, like, do we just leave the citizen there and, like, let them attack? Do we kind of move in and try to deal with this main undead force here? I think we have to kind of race for these villages, really. Like, these bats are going to be going nuts, so maybe we kind of go south a little bit. Again, we have to be mindful of Guabo not having as much health. We want to draw them into fights in the water, right? That's for sure. Just want to look at this Soulless. So this one, I'm guessing does get... Yeah, so it does get the benefit in the water. But obviously these ones do not, right? So if we can lure them into the water to fight us or the swamp, that's what we're going to want to do. So honestly, we would probably just hang out, stay in the areas where these undead are at a disadvantage, right? That's going to be the big key for us. So with that said, we know that these ones are going to be really hard to deal with. So we probably want to just focus on trying to fight them right away. So why don't we just do this? We'll create a little like circle basically around the priestess like that. We'll put Guabo there to get the healing, and then just trying to see what would be best here. We could put this initiate up front, I guess. I feel like maybe we shouldn't have gone right here because someone's going to go there, and that's maybe not ideal. So, just looking to see. Actually, no, that's okay. Because when these ones fight us, they're going to be at an advantage, right? So, probably want... what the heck. We can put our hunter up front, knowing the hunter's going to get just annihilated, but... and then we'll call in our reinforcements here. They're just going to storm on down. All right. We'll grab one more since we can. We'll recruit one more initiate. And that's going to do it there. So now, Krellis, it looks like he's going to be able to pull a new unit every turn given our village situation. Although that could change as they start capturing more. So let's just make sure we've done what we wanted. I think we're good. And this guy we're going to just leave right there. Yeah, okay. This is where it's going to get ugly, right? We're going to start losing units and... And this one, when it dies, is going to turn into a walking corpse if the soulless kill it, right? That's the thing we're a little worried about. And this one sucks here because they can surround it with tiles that are more advantageous. Well, at least this unit's going to die from a non-unit that's going to create another walking corpse to deal with. It sucks because we really don't have much, like, muscle, right? We don't have a lot of, like, strong units that are going to be able to really cut through the undead easily. It's going to make this really challenging now that I'm looking at this. Never mind the fact that they just keep spawning more undead every time. Every time they grab a village, that is. Yeah, boy, this is already looking kind of tricky. And I think I maybe have made a bit of a tactical mistake in how I've approached this so far, but... oh well, is what it is. We'll just keep rolling with it and see if we can maybe recover a little bit. So we want to really just focus on one of these soulless, like one at a time is what I'm thinking here. So let's go like this and see if we can get him with a net attack. Nope. Okay, we'll go around like this. We're going to try for probably with the priestess maybe just to light beam him. Perfect. Okay, that's a really good kill there. And then we can step down with our initiate here and try a water spray. Amazing. That's a really good attack. And then what kind of damage does this do? Not super great and low chance to hit. So I think what we'll do is we'll pull back with the citizen. I don't want to put my initiates up in, you know, in too much danger just because like they are weaker, so we have to be mindful of that. But I think this is still okay. Let's get that kill. Nice, and there should be some good experience. Yep, a little bit there. Hunter here can throw some spears. Nice, okay, a little bit of damage, nothing crazy. Our citizen could go up, but I think probably better to just hang back. I'll go like this just to protect the priestesses a little bit. I think that's pretty good. And then we've got our reinforcements here to move in to assist. I feel like we just go right up the gut and just try to go for the enemy leader, really. You know, I mean, we could end this really quick and get some pretty solid, like a pretty solid boost to our gold. I think it would be better, though, to get some more experience, too. Like, I don't think we want to just, you know, go through this fast and have really weak units. I think we want to still try and get some more experience where we can. So on that note, let's just go here just to protect our netcaster. Our hunter can go down here. Citizen. We can park one of our citizens here. There, that protects our initiates really good. And then I'm just trying to think, do we want to try and go over here at all? I mean, probably not, to be perfectly honest. The problem, of course, is that every single one of these that gets taken is going to spawn undead, right? That's what's going to make this really insidious. So, like, we probably should send our initiate over there so this bat doesn't steal that village, right? All right, well, let's go. Let's just see. Yeah, I think with these two, we'll just kind of move in to reinforce our forces here. We'll go like that. All right, that's pretty good. We could recruit more. I think it's probably worth doing. Let's just grab another citizen. And then we could start moving Krellis down as well. Maybe we'll do that. Get him into the fight a little bit. Maybe it's you know what, might be a touch early to do that, but I guess we'll wait and see. We can always move him back if we need to. Expecting some of our citizens to die here. I actually don't mind the bat getting the kill, because once again, that means we're not generating another... we're not generating another unit that we have to fight. Yeah, see there, it captured that and it spawned a soulless, so... super annoying. There's a lot of enemies here on the map. Even with our force, I feel like we're outmatched a little bit. The skeleton's moving out, staying kind of in the shallows a little bit, it looks like. Yeah, I don't really want Krellis. And it's also nighttime, which is when we're at a big disadvantage. So probably don't want to stick this one out too much longer here. Wait for daytime and then really push. Okay, we'll grab another village here. At least we're getting some good income from capturing these villages. There's one down there. It's kind of hard to see at night, but right here in the corner, so we'll grab that one. Up top here, we'll grab that. Okay, and then over here, we can grab this one. We can grab this one. That's looking good. Again, our income is rock solid, which is wonderful. That won't last because these bats are going to start sucking up our villages, but so I think what we need to do is just start killing these soulless, really. Even though it's nighttime, I think we blast really good and then try and get the kill here. Nice, good kill. Some experience for our hunter. Bats are super annoying. This priestess, it would be good to maybe try and kill this bat if we could. It's not going to be enough, though. Our netcaster is now pretty strong, which is really nice. So we might be able to use him kind of aggressively up front here. Thinking what we do is we go priestess here, blast this soulless, and then... or maybe here and we blast the bat, knowing that we can... even that's probably not going to kill it. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, it really sucks fighting at nighttime. It's definitely not desirable. But let's go down there and see if we can maybe just end this soulless a little bit. What are our chances to... yeah, not a super great chance to get any hits, really. Yuck. I almost feel like it'd be better, like, retreat for a turn or two, but I also think we can't afford to just, like, sit back. I think we have to be pretty aggressive here just because these bats are going to keep capturing villages and that's just going to result in more and more undead generating. So as much as I want to kind of just like, oh, we can sit back, I don't think we actually can. I think we have to get aggressive. So the question is, who do we attack and where? Okay, so I'm going to go in the priestess is going to go here. I feel like the bats don't do as much. I think the soulless are the bigger threat. So let's try and get rid of the soulless. Okay, that's very close to death. Now the question, do we want to try and feed some experience to a citizen maybe? Kind of think yes, actually. That would be nice. As much as I do want my netcaster getting in there to do some work, I would like to get a citizen. Nice. That was a big boost of experience there. So halfway to a level up. Netcaster. Got some options here. Where's this guy? Yeah, he's got higher defense over here, so he's probably going to walk out that way. Let's see. Could go down here and try and slow this guy, but that does put our netcaster in kind of a less ideal position. I feel like it might be better to just go like this and then throw some spears at the bat or throw some spears at the soulless. Maybe we do that. Let's just go down here and we'll throw some spears. There, and that protects the priestess a little bit. We could send Guabo down here and just try to hit this bat for some extra damage, I think. Nice, that's pretty good. Good slow there. I would love to get... here, we can go up like this. We could water spray this bat. I don't hate that idea. Nice, that went pretty well. Ooh, that's ugly. The drain especially is ugly. So what I'm going to do is maybe park a citizen here. Go after the skeleton a little bit, I guess. Hopefully we don't get hit too bad. Oof. Would have been nice to not take that hit, but it is what it is, I guess. We don't have any more ranged attack capability. We've used it all already. Yeah, this is where getting this initiate down here would be quite helpful, so let's maybe do that. Yeah, it's still out of attack range. Krellis, I think, would probably still be better served recruiting rather than getting into this fight, but as I said, like, I want him to get some experience. I feel like, though, we probably still need a few more hands on deck, so let's maybe grab 2 more citizens. Maybe another hunter, actually. I like the range damage. And then we can step out with him again. Okay, back here, I would love to kill this bat. I just don't think that's going to be super likely to happen. I feel like the more likely outcome is that it's going to get some health back, so I actually think I might just hold off on attacking. This one, though, with the slow on it, I feel like would maybe be better, but I don't want to go on to land, so you could probably double up on him, but just nah. Yeah, it's nighttime, so let's not push our luck here. We'll keep it as is. Just looking to see if I think we've done everything else we wanted to do. Okay, that's looking okay. It's not going quite the way I wanted, but certainly could be worse. Oh, this is not good. We definitely don't want to lose our initiate. Oh, we might here, yeah. The bat's probably going to get... Oh, that sucks. Okay, at least we dodged it, but we need to get some help in here to bail out our initiate, who may end up dying, right? Oh, and this... Yeah, now we're definitely cooked. Yep. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we got to protect our other initiate because we need that magic damage. Oh. This is awful. Okay, Kai Krellis is going to just have to spam units the whole time, I think. We might just have to except he's really not going to get much extra experience because he's just going to have to stay there pumping out units the whole time. Because, like, look at this, right? Every kill they get is another unit to feed the army, and every village they capture is another unit to feed the army. So, or 2 units in some cases. So, yeah, losing that initiate really sucks. Okay, over here we've got all these corpses now to deal with. Okay, we got to step up here and stem this problem going on. So, the magic would probably be best against the bats or against these waterborne soulless types, because that's the ones who it can actually, like, affect the most, or like has the we can leverage the accuracy, because the skeletons are more hittable given that they're in lower defense area, whereas these ones are at 60%. And the bats are at 60% by default pretty much everywhere, so they're just hard to hit in general. The initiate here can come on down. I don't want to go too aggressive. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go like this. I do have to be careful. I don't want my netcaster getting into too much trouble, but let's throw some nets at this guy. There we go. That's really good. Okay, and then we're gonna transfer over of our citizens just to basically block, and then we're gonna go down with our initiate and just try to get the water spray kill. Really nice, some experience there, and then we can put a citizen up front. Could do some fist attacks. I think we'll just hold off. These are just going to basically be there to hold the block, really. That's their whole purpose. Keep our initiate safe. We're just going to use the citizens as just cannon fodder. That's their whole reason to exist. They're just there to block, really. It would be so nice to kill this bat. It's not going to be possible. If we go like that. There, yeah. We'll at least try to hold these villages a tiny bit longer. Back here, we could just try and get the kill on this one, I suppose. Maybe that's the right move, just to clean things out a bit. Okay, there's at least a kill. It would be nice to get this initiate into the fight a bit more, so maybe we go here. Just trying to think what would be... Yeah, let's put this citizen here. And then we can move the initiate up here, maybe. Can we kill the bat? Oh, we'd have to hit both, but we might be able to. Alternatively, maybe we pull this guy over. I want this guy to get more experience and not die. That would be ideal. Got another citizen over here who can block, so maybe we go... Let's see. Who can we hit? Again, those level 0 units don't provide as much experience, so... This one would be good to kill it if we could. I feel like getting rid of this bat would be pretty desirable. Problem becomes, okay, we're sitting there with our initiate. It can get attacked by 3 enemy units at minimum, so that's not going to be good for us. Okay, I think what we do is we cycle this guy out. We move up with the initiate. We do a bit of damage. Okay, that's not as much as I was hoping for, but it is what it is. We could try and throw some spears just for something. We do our Triton attacks. If we hit twice, we get the kill. Not a bad chance for a kill, really. Nice, we got kind of lucky there. That's perfect. Okay, our fighter getting just a little bit of experience. Not a ton, but... And then we can park our citizen here. Can move our hunter up. Throw some spears, perhaps. This hunter's in a bad position. Nice, good damage there from the hunter. And then I think we just sit tight. Let's see, what else can we do? Oh yeah, and then we've got all of our other units out here just moving around. Again, I think we need to stay put to try to hold these villages, but we can't hold them by ourselves, really. So this one I think we just abandon. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like a good idea to try to hold it, knowing that we're going to almost be guaranteed to lose it against these two soulless. We'd have to have more units here to really have any chance. So let's maybe just pull back. I think this one we can at least stay there, but against just a bat is fine. We can grab that village. Let's just see what else can we do. All right, that's going to do it. Oh, I just want it to be daytime so bad. It just sucks, like, our damage output is so abysmal, right? No, and there's another walking corpse to feed the enemy forces. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, my plan is kind of backfiring a little bit. Oh, and there's another, yep. Oh, that's right, though. If you get... I forgot about that. If you die on a village, you don't turn into a zombie. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, now our hunter's getting killed. Well, our forces in the middle are definitely not faring very well. Like, look at that. 3. Holy. Okay, then you know what? We have to just make like a rush for the enemy leader or something. I don't really know how else to do this. I'd probably spread my forces out too much or something. But I think we have to just push for the enemy leader. And we have to use our netcaster and our priestess as like our main heavy hitters here. So see if we can do this. Wow, we just got absolutely trolled on that. That was terrible. Brutal luck there. Netcaster could come on down, I guess, and give him an impact kill, hopefully. Or the initiate, maybe. Do some spray on him. I don't know, netcaster, maybe. We want to get the citizen out of there, that's for sure. Citizen's on death's door. Basically, we just want to contain this group up here, really. I think we just push towards the enemy commander at this stage. So, we could go, if we get the kill here, still got this one to deal with, and these ones in the middle, which are ugly, ugly, ugly. We could do... These bats are just such a pain. That's where, again, the magic is so nice, but we don't have... We can't really spare a lot of magic. That does 10. What does this one do? 10. Okay. I feel like we can get this kill and maybe the bat. So let's go down here. We'll get this kill out of the way. Nice. And then here we can try and maybe clear out this bat. Oh, we got unlucky. That sucks. I was hoping that would get the kill, but it did not. And now we're probably going to lose one of our initiates for sure, maybe both, which really sucks. See if we can... Nice, okay, at least we killed that bat. Oh, and we might be able to get somebody... No, no one can get down there. Whoops. Yeah, I want my hunter out of harm's way. Needs to get some healing going. This citizen is healthy. I don't want that citizen, like, dying for no reason. The netcaster needs to get in here, and yeah, let's go there and then throw our net. Nice, we got one. That's good. We needed that. This hunter can move on down to assist. I think what we'll do is we'll throw these two here just to act as, like, again, kind of just blockers, really. They're just there to kind of draw attention. We'll grab 2 more. We'll just keep throwing them every turn like that. The hunter, I don't want to lose another hunter. Even though this citizen has experience, I mean, I might have to just sacrifice it if I need to. Because it's daytime, we do have like a pretty decent advantage here. And against the skeletons, we do a good amount of damage. As you can see right there, so that's nice. Move down. The hunter can step in like this. This guy can go there to try and get some healing going, I guess. All right, so yeah, these ones up here, we need to just get them into the fight, I think. Up here, we're going to lose this unit, which sucks. And these soulless are just going to keep taking villages as they go, so I guess we'll just try to slow them down ever so slightly. I don't know. Over here, I don't know. I mean, I guess we just kind of hold tight and let them come to us and try to slow them down some more. This is tough, man. This is a tricky, tricky scenario. Because we don't have the damage output that we need, right? I also find it's visually kind of hard to tell our merfolk units apart. They all just kind of look blue. Alright, I think we're just going to end it there. Oh, you know what? Let's attack the skeleton. Yeah, we can kind of gang up on him a little bit. Here, it's pointless, but... Alright, we'll end it there. Yeah, definitely not loving this so far. Well, R.I.P. that citizen. Nice, good kill. Come on, get another kill. Oh, if this one can survive, that would be amazing. Oh, yeah, and here we're going to lose the... Thankfully, that initiate isn't dead yet, but this is not looking good for us down here. At least this group did draw a little bit of aggro. Not as much as I wanted, mind you, but... Good hit on that bat. There's just, like... Undead Horde is just unbelievable, right? Like, they just spread. You know, classic undead fashion, I guess. But look at this. Okay, now we've got almost an open line to the enemy base. So I'm feeling like we could just kind of push in and go for that. So if we could level up somebody, that would be wonderful. But we just haven't had that luck so far. Citizen can probably get the kill here, but it's not going to be enough to level us up, sadly. It's only going to give us, I think, 8 experience. So that unit's still going to probably die, which sucks. Move down here. Okay, let's focus on this middle part, because really this is our only hope at this stage. So I think what we do is we go here, we try to kill the bat just to free up our movement. Which one has the most? Okay, this one's actually got a decent amount of experience here. So I think what we do is we go like this. We kill the bat. Oh my gosh. That is so freaking annoying when that doesn't, when you don't get that kill. We really want to kill off these soulless. So I think we go like this. Okay, we go here and we blast this one. Wow. Man, we are getting some not ideal rolls here, but doing the best we can. We go here with the initiate and get this kill, hopefully. Yes. And there's some good experience gain. No, we need to kill this bat, because it's annoying as all get out. Now, the citizen could move around probably get that kill. It's not a guarantee, mind you, but alternatively, one of our hunters could try. Love to do it with the citizen, though. Let's see if we can get lucky. Come on. Come on. Yes! Oh, that's great. Very close to a level up, too. Okay, and then we'll go here. We can probably kill this skeleton or close to it anyway. Nice. Okay, there we go. A little bit more experience gain. And then this hunter's in really rough shape, so we definitely want to try to heal up. So we'll use the netcaster to kind of hold the flank here a little bit. Nice. Good kill. Really good kill. That bought us a little bit of breathing room. We can step in there for the healing from the priestess. This hunter can maybe stay behind. This citizen is basically just doomed, so I don't know. I guess we could just try and go down swinging on a skeleton or something. The fighter could use some health, but unfortunately there's no good spot, really. I guess we just leave him where he is. He'll get the healing, but I feel like that's not going to be ideal. The hunter, I suppose we could try and maybe go up and work on this soulless, because these two are at least weaker. It's the soulless that's a bit stronger. I am worried about the archers, though. Let's try that. We'll throw some spears. See if we get lucky here. Yeah, there's the kill we needed. Okay, so that's something. And then we could step the citizen up here and just go after one of these archers, I guess. Let's do it. We might lose him, but... Okay, well, hey, he did some good work at the very least, so that's something. We could swing away at this soulless. I wouldn't mind that. Boy, it would have been nice to get that finish, but sadly that is not how that's working out. We can go down here, though, and probably finish him off. Nice. Okay, and then we can step down and perhaps go after... Yeah, now let's start capitalizing on that weakness the undead have, right? To impact damage. When I say undead, I mean the skeletons. Primarily. There we go. Okay. Now, we're still going to probably lose this unit, but hey, we can try and maybe farm that experience in. Nice. And who knows? I mean, we're going to lose this unit, but maybe we'll get lucky. I doubt it, but maybe. Now, Krellis could move down. It's super sketchy and risky, but he could. We'll grab a fighter, I guess. He could step down and start fighting in there. I don't think that's probably a good idea at this point, but he certainly could. Okay, this is looking better. I feel a little bit less upset about this at the moment. Obviously, this is going to keep... They're going to just keep flooding our area, though, with undead bodies, really. You know what we could do is move in this way and try to steal some of these villages. Okay, back up here. We do have our fighter who can still do something. Could get a trident going, but I think it's maybe better to just hang back with him. So I think that's going to be where we end it. Poor guy. Oh, see, that's the bummer. At least he didn't go down and get converted into a zombie, right? Oh, I don't want to lose this hunter. I'd really like to keep my hunters alive. Man, we got hit all 3 times there. That sucks. Now the bat, if the bat gets the kill, it's not... Yeah. I guess it's on a village. It doesn't matter either way. Ooh, that... I didn't see this one. That sucks. Excuse me. Yeah, man. This campaign opens up with a real kick in the teeth, though. This is super challenging. I don't know if that's just because we're on the Triton difficulty or if that's just sort of how it goes. But let's see if we can snipe this kill here with Krellis. think we've got enough units around here to kind of... Maybe we'll recruit one more. Let's grab one more citizen. And then Krellis can try and get this kill. Nice. There we go. Hey, I did it. Good work, Kai, if I may say so. That's great. So yeah, we got to try and feed him some experience. That's for sure. So now let's see if we can take advantage of this. We can swoop in here, go for this, maybe some good damage here. Yeah. Come on, one more. Yes. And we can try for the kill here. We still have a couple of units here to help body block, so let's do that. We have to remember that the citizens don't exert like a what do you call it, like a zone of control. So because they're level 0, right? Come on, get that hit. Yeah, that's great. Okay, and then I think our fighter's going to be the one who needs to really protect Krellis. So maybe he goes here. Ooh, yeah, and then stabs away. Wow. You know what? That would be better to... Oh, you know, it'd be better to put a citizen there. Like this. And then bash this skeleton archer for some heavy damage. Yeah. There we go. And then... Ooh. I would love to kill this soulless if we could. Can we get him with the warrior, maybe? We can try. Fighter, I should say, not warrior. Oh, man, that backfired. We got hit with all of those attacks, which sucks. Maybe we'll get lucky this way, though. Let's try. Come on. Hit him again. Man. We're getting trolled a little bit on the rolls this time, I'm finding, but it is what it is. Okay, so we've got some that are going to push to the enemy commander. This citizen is like, ooh, here we go. Chance to level, maybe? Yeah, let's try. Let's see if we can get lucky here. That'll be enough. Come on. Come on. Man. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Like, again, we are really getting trolled here, I feel like, on our rolls. Guess I shouldn't be, like, super surprised. It's just a little bit annoying is all. All right, so... We want to kill this bat. We want to kill this corpse. And we could use our netcaster back here just to provide some assistance, maybe. Now, this initiate is pretty solid on experience. It would be nice to get a kill on the bat with the initiate because the bat is level 1, and that's going to give us more experience. So let's do that. Nice. There we go. Pretty close to a level up. That's really good. Priestess has a decent amount of experience. This hunter could definitely benefit from some more experience. I'm just trying to think, like, the initiate can get this kill for sure. Or at least, yeah, that's like pretty much a guaranteed kill. Maybe we do it that way. Maybe we just do this. We water spray. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Now it's perfect chance for somebody to gain some more experience. We could get it with the citizen, maybe. Hunter could try. Again, it'd be nice to get another netcaster going if possible. Again, remember, these walking corpses only give us 5, which is not a lot. So I think we'll go for this archer. Or, sorry, they only give us 4 experience. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, netcaster we want in there to try to mitigate some of the damage of the sorcerer for sure with slow. Fighter's going to be good for that too, just getting in there for the damage output. Go capture this village while we're there. Okay, back up here. We had another... I suppose we could just go up and try and get this kill and then turn him around. He's got good mobility, right? So it's going to be another turn or two before we get in there to fight the enemy commander anyway. All right, enough yammering. Let's see if we can just get this kill. Nice, okay, good. There's an extra 4 experience for our hunter. Down here, let's do the same thing. Wow. Yep, of course. Okay, well, now I kind of feel like we actually have to kill this thing with somebody. You know what? We'll use the priestess to do it. And that way we can still go up with our club and give this guy the business. Nice. Really good kill. And there's some good experience for our netcaster. Meanwhile, over here, we can light beam and still heal our hunter. Okay. So now we've got a pretty open shot. So that's looking way better. Obviously, down here is still an absolute train wreck, but go up to that village at least. We're just going to keep losing villages like every turn, obviously. So we do need to kind of expedite this victory here, I think. Never mind like the gold situation with the early finish. It would be nice to try and feed another kill to our boy, Krellis. Don't die to a zombie. Stay alive. Yes. Oh, that's brutal. I forgot to protect the villages. Now Krellis is in some trouble. Dang it. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Barf. Maybe we can just bypass them, though. And just send Krellis in with everybody else. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, we got to push for the kill here. Because they're starting to just kind of... All the enemy are starting to encroach on us a little bit here, so... okay, Krellis could go for this guy. Pretty good chance to get the kill. Wouldn't take a lot of damage in return, likely. We could throw a citizen on the village, maybe. Ah, the fighter's the only one who could probably go there. At least maybe kill that walking corpse. We do have another citizen up there I kind of forgot about. Let's throw this one on here, then. And try and just get rid of this walking corpse. Come on. Yes, there we go. All right. Again, I like this. I want him to get this kill if possible. What are our odds to get the kill? 51%. It would be nice to improve that slightly. It's probably about as good as it's going to get, though. Obviously, we can't lose Krellis, so just have to be careful. Let's just start charging up the gut here with everybody else, though, because we really got to just push. So we will go in, and you know what? If we don't get the kill with Krellis... Come on, one more. Yeah, good kill. Excellent there. Good experience for him. I think we just park our fighter here. No, you know what? We're going to park a citizen there. And then our fighter's going to protect Krellis along with... Actually, what kind of damage can we do here? Pretty good. Let's see if we can just get that kill. Nice, okay. That makes it a little safer for him. Because now these other units can't really get to him, right? So he's okay for now. Okay, so we don't have to worry about protecting Krellis at this point. Because he's kind of safe where he is. So now let's push the center. So we're going to take our priestess. Ooh, priestess can get in there. Do have to be a little bit careful, though, because don't want our priestess in there all alone. We could go in, though, and really blast. And it's going to be nighttime, which really sucks. That's going to make this way harder. We should have done this differently in terms of our planning. We could... Oh, here's something we could do. We could go up and slow one of these soulless with our netcaster. But again, I want the netcaster in on the fight here. We're going to need him to defeat the sorcerer. Yeah. Man, doing this at night is not going to be fun. This initiate's got a good chance to maybe get a level up going. How far can everybody else move in? You know what? Why don't we just do, like, we'll go kind of here. And then we will just sort of form, like, a loop around the priestess as we move in. This citizen needs to get a kill. I kind of forgot about him, too. So let's send him down here. And then we can put our netcaster this. Okay, and we're just gonna kind of buddy up all here. We'll send this one down for the healing support. Could go and grab this village, I guess. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, and then this fighter. I guess we could just leave him on the village for now until we can move in a bit further. Alright. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do this with it being nighttime in a second here. Yeah, definitely would have done this differently in retrospect, but... I could see the advantage of getting Krellis down to that corner one. In some ways. Okay, so now we just have to kind of keep our rear guarded, really, and put Krellis in the mix here among everybody. Okay, so this guy's jumped in over here. I feel like now we can just blast him a bunch and probably kill him. So let's see if we can just make that happen here. Like, light beam the heck out of it, right? Yeah, none of these other units can even get to us in there, so... Now we can probably... Ooh, you know what? Can we just, like, get in there and fist fight him? Nah, that's not a good idea. We could get in there and try to slow him, though. Water spray is not going to be enough to get the kill outright. But... Because, yeah, we want the kill to level up our initiate. We also want to get a kill to level up our citizen. Maybe we just try to slow him a little bit. Oh, well, whoops. We got the kill with the netcaster. I guess that'll have to do. Okay, everybody else can move up then. Like this. I'm going to keep the initiate up front because the initiate can tank the damage a little bit, knowing that we're going to level up and then be able to recoup that damage. Krellis, like I said, has to move down. I feel like these two can just sit on these villages to kind of lock them down. Although they're going to get surrounded here very shortly, so maybe we should retreat. I don't know. Interestingly, when this bat captured this, it didn't give out a any extra zombies. Not sure why that is, but this one over here, let's just grab another village. We'll retreat back. We'll leave the citizens where they are just to protect Krellis, I guess. The Soulless can come down, which is kind of annoying. He is going to be able to hit the netcaster, which not my favorite thing ever. Maybe he'll go after the citizen, though. I guess we'll wait and see. Might even just park the fighter up front, actually. Just to try to entice them into fighting us, really. This initiate can advance. I do kind of want this hunter to get some healing, actually. Even though it puts him at risk of attack, I want him to get some healing, so... And I don't actually need to protect Krellis, because nothing else can attack him, so... And yeah, do I want these two to sit there? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of just suiciding them if I leave them there, but... Alright, well, I think that's going to be it. We'll end it there. Now it's just going to be a mad dash for the enemy leader. Yeah, these two are going to get killed off. So we'll just wait for that to happen. I mean, okay, some good news and bad news here, right? Good news is We've got some decent gold income still, even though they're going to steal some more of these villages. We're going to be building up some gold for next map, and maybe we can get the early, you know, a decent early finish here if we can do it in the next couple. Oh my god, that hurt. And of course, we're on a low defense tile, which is why that hurt so bad. Because we're out of the water, right? So that's not where we want to be. That skeleton is in a bad spot for the skeleton, which means we can maybe take advantage. So we've got maybe 3 or 4 turns before this gets really bad. In terms of, like, as these soulless kind of get closer to us, it gets harder. So, thankfully, we healed a bit from being next to the priestess. That made a big difference for us. So, what I think I'm going to do here is just try to kill this skeleton. So, let's maybe go... We'll just go here. We'll step in. We'll light beam. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable how trash that was. Oh, and you know what? I should have moved this guy further. That was dumb of me. Because now to attack him, we have to go in really non-advantageous spots. So we could go here and hit him with some net throws. Nice. Okay, he's got 1 health. Now, can we hit him with somebody? Who do we want to level up? The Initiate or the Citizen? I feel like the Initiate is the better choice at this point, so let's do that. Yes. Okay, and we can do an Enchantress, which is like more damage focused, or we can do a Priestess, which has light beam and healing. I mean, an Enchantress wouldn't be bad, but I think I want another Priestess just to have the healing support. So that's what we'll do. Now up here, we could all try to gang up on this Soulless, but I think it's better to just play it safer here. What we'll do is we will move Krellis in for the healing. He can't go any further anyway, so we're okay there. We'll put... This guy could really use some healing, so... Oh, hang on. Is that a... Oh, yeah, that's our village that we own. They're still a turn away, so we're okay out there. This guy can... Yeah, I don't really want anybody getting attacked by Mr. Soulless up there, so... I'd rather just move them in like this. Oh, he can come down there, though. I didn't realize that. I do want to kind of protect this citizen, because that citizen actually could get killed in that case. So maybe we go... Just trying to see what would be best here. Let's move up like that. There we go. Okay, that takes care of it. And then we'll go here. And we'll go here. Yeah, now we're out of attack range. We should be fine. And then next turn we can all start ganging up on the sorcerer, hopefully. The netcaster's in a good position to get healing as well, so we should be ready to go. And then now it's just a matter of what do we do with the rest of our units here. I think we just leave that citizen there. We leave this one here, knowing that they're just going to die, really. Okay, that's good for me, I think. I want to see, can anybody get to him if we park this guy here? Maybe that would entice out the sorcerer. You never know. I doubt it, but you never know. Oh, ooh, that sucks. Summon 2 more undead, one of which is going to be hard to deal with, that being the soulless. Poor guy, just getting slaughtered there. Oh, and look at this. It's exactly what I said. I was wondering if maybe they would come out to play like that, and they did. Okay, so now we've just got to try and get lucky here, because we're in a bad spot, and we really need to get that kill on the enemy leader, because we're getting surrounded here. Things are kind of falling apart on us. So I think what's going to make... Ooh, thankfully it is now starting to be daytime. It's dawn. So that's at least beneficial. Would be better if it was daytime, but hey, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Okay, so we've got units that can do some damage, but really, like, Light Beam is kind of dangerous because, again, he does pretty strong magic. So I think the thing that makes the most sense here is probably to get our Netcaster in there to try to... We're going to go like that. Netcaster's going to step in and try to slow, right? That's going to be the best, I think, the best thing for us. We may not be able to level up our Citizen in this fight, which is too bad. Also, Krellis, we probably won't be able to level up, but that's okay. So, okay. Big thing here. We really just want to slow him. So let's see if we can make that happen. Go for that slow. Nice, okay. Took more than I wanted, but at least we got the slow. That's the important part. So now our Priestess should be able to get in there and put some good hurt on him. Here's not. Hang on. Oh, yeah, no, that's no good. We can do some pretty good damage to him. Like, let's just start punching him, right? Okay, there. Like, not bad, right? Not bad at all. So we've still got 2 more big attacks we can do to him. We can hit him with the Scepter. What's going to do the most? Like, Ooh, actually, this attack's pretty good. You know what? I don't think we're going to be able to kill him this turn, which kind of sucks. Because we're going to take a lot of damage and probably lose some units if we don't do this right, which sucks. But maybe we just focus on killing a skeleton down here then. So, like, we could go Priestess, Light Beam, right? And then follow that up with, like, punches. Or follow that up with Initiate, doing the water spray. Something like that. Don't hate that idea. Okay, let's do that. We'll just go here, Light Beam. Okay, pretty good. Now again, can we get the kill? This would do potentially, like, let's say 15 damage. And then, actually, I guess if we had used both Priestesses, maybe we could have gotten the kill. That maybe that would have been the smarter move. Well, it is what it is. So now we've got this skeleton, and I would really like to kill him. Can we go like this? That's not going to do enough. Initiate, maybe? We'd have to hit both, and if we don't, we're going to probably lose the Initiate. This is a tough little spot we're in. I mean, again, the Priestess is a guaranteed kill pretty much. I think the Initiate we can roll that. Let's roll the dice. Oh, and it did not work out for us. That's too bad. Okay, now we got one more big attack on the Sorcerer. Let's go and let's just do some impact here with our staff, maybe. Alternatively, yeah, because this isn't going to get us enough experience to level up, so... Okay, we're going to just step in there and smack the heck out of them. Nice. Okay, that was pretty good. We really can't afford to lose our Netcaster, so I may actually just park right here to protect. And then now, okay, who else do we need to protect? We need to protect Krellis, obviously. I would like to get some healing for my fighter. And I feel like these two, we just go here and here to kind of shore up our back end. I think that's about as good as it's going to get for us. Yeah, okay, we'll end it there. No! Ah! That sucks. Didn't want to lose that. That citizen who had a lot of experience, but... Okay, whatever's going on out there doesn't really matter. I would love to level up Krellis if possible. it is now daytime, which means we have a way better situation here for us. So one thing I'm going to do is move this initiate here, and I am going to step this citizen up just to get that kill, get that evolution. Hopefully. Come on. Come on. Yes! There we go. Okay, so we can do Brawler, we can do Fighter, we can do Hunter. Even though Brawler is the end of the evolution tree, I feel like just having the impact is going to be worth it. So I'm going to go for the Brawler. So that's at least something. Oh, and you know what? I should have fed that experience to Krellis. Dang it. Oh, well. Maybe we can get the Sorcerer here even. Okay, so we can try to do the slow on him. How much damage does Krellis do here? Let's see. I mean, almost enough to maybe get a kill. That would be pretty slick. Yeah, in retrospect, I should have had Krellis get that experience. Oh well. Here, let's just swing once. Nice. Now we can probably get that experience with Krellis. Okay, so it's a bit of a gamble, but I think, yeah, Krellis should be able to get the kill. He basically just has to hit him twice, which is 89%, so pretty good chance. If he doesn't get the kill, then our netcaster can. So then now the question becomes, how do we farm as much experience as possible without losing anybody before this thing ends? So we try and kill this Soulless. It's in a not very advantageous defensive position. That would be easy. So we could get out there with our Priestess here. So let's do that. Maybe we'll just get the kill outright. Nope. Okay, that's actually good because it means we can level somebody up now. Who do we want to try to level? I'm thinking maybe one of our Hunters. This one has Intelligent, which means it'll level up faster. So I'm kind of thinking that might be the right choice. Just feed it some experience here. Yeah, there we go. That was big. This Citizen is pretty close to a level up as well. You know what? I wouldn't mind just trying to hit this Bat, maybe? Let's see. I don't know who else we can really attack. Bat is level 1, so you will get experience just for attacking. There we go. Pretty good damage as well. Do we have any more initiates left? No. The Priestess over here can step over. Ooh, maybe even be able to get this kill. What about here? Would that get us a kill? No, probably not. Well, here, if we can get this kill, that's 4 experience. Yeah, there you go. 4 extra experience. That's not bad. And then we've still got space here, so we can attack this thing with 2 more units. So why don't we do... Can the Citizen attack without dying? Can. See if we get lucky here. Come on, one more hit. Dang it. That would have been a nice level up. Or, I don't think it would have leveled up, but it would have been close, very close. Because we only would have got 8. So we'll send the Fighter up here, maybe. And stab away at this guy. Nice. Good kill. And I don't want to risk the Fighter just because the Fighter is low health and could potentially get killed. So I don't want to lose him. So now what we'll do is we will step Krellis in and go for this kill. Oh. Nice. Foolish fishmen. You cannot kill me that easily. The merfolk saw a shadowy shape rise from the dead body of the necromancer and disappear under the mountain. Right. Victory. You have emerged victorious. We had 80 gold left. We finished 12 turns early, which is awesome. Look at that. Total gold ended up being 476. We carry 40%. So we're starting with 190 bonus gold for the next scenario. That's pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that, to be honest. And when we look at it, again, big thing there. We leveled up Krellis. He's now a young king, and he has leadership, apparently. So that's a huge upgrade for him. Other nice things, of course, we got ourselves a brawler. We got a priestess. We have units that are pretty close, like this hunter is very close to a level up. Our priestess is halfway there. So all in all, like I'm decently happy with this. I mean, we did lose a lot of units, but that's part of just kind of the nature of the beast here. So, we have two fighters that have, about halfway to a level up as well. So, I mean, hey, this is pretty good. Definitely could have gone better, but I'll take it. So we will save this one, call it completed. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.